Genesis 3:14, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Isaiah 65:25, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. And then Micah 7:17, they shall lick the dust like a serpent. Do these statements mean that the serpent subsists upon dust as its food? There is not the slightest need to think so. Nor is there any need to take the statements in a figurative sense, as did Dr. Bullinger in his companion Bible, appendix number 19. He said, "This is not true to the letter or to the fact, but it is all the more true to truth." He added, "It tells of constant, continuous disappointment, failure, and mortification." Is it likely, however, that the serpent would make this singular distinction between fact and truth? What must the serpent have understood by the sentence passed upon it? The solution to our problem is to be found in Genesis 3:17. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Note carefully the italic word of, which is not found in the Hebrew. Actually, the Hebrew only says, in sorrow shalt thou eat it. Now, we may be assured that mankind does not eat the ground any more than the serpent eats dust. Man lives on that which comes of the ground. The serpent eats of that which comes of the dust or soil. Man eats out of that which he can walk over. The serpent eats out of that which it crawls among. Micah 7:17 comes to our help here, saying that some, like the serpent, shall lick the dust. The meaning of Isaiah 65:25 is that, as for the serpent, dust or soil shall be what it devours. There is every right to take the word for dust here as meaning dusty. As for the serpent, what it devours shall be dusty. The Greek version reads in Genesis 3:14, earth shalt thou eat all the days of thy life, while in verse 17 it reads, in sorrow shalt thou eat it, that is, the earth, all the days of thy life. The usual construction would be to insert the word for, from, Hebrew min or Greek apo, apo, but here the absence of this word shows that Adam was to eat what the ground stood for or produced, while the serpent was to eat what the soil stood for or produced. In any case, even though the serpent does eat dust, there is not the slightest ground in the scriptures for thinking that this is his sole food. The serpent licks the soil, devours some of it in the process, but lives upon the very various and different forms of food, as is well known.